Why we now offer the Terlingua Alternative Building School. Beginner or experienced builder. Come learn how to build a tiny house from scratch in far less time and expense than traditional paths of learning.
Share what you liked about AirCrete, what brought you to it, what you hope to get from it, or your story or whatever. But just briefly.
Yeah, my name's Frank Grindra, and I run a wilderness survival school. We focus on emergency preparedness and self-reliance skills, and also community resilience.
Good morning, everybody. Morning.
Morning, Tammy. So, the fact that this AirCrete is bringing together people here, and to learn how to build and be self-reliant, I'm totally all in. The conversation that I had with you last night around permaculture and AirCrete, it seems like a perfect match. So I'm here to learn the skills. I have a place in Massachusetts where we're building community out there. My school has been running for 20 years. And we have stick shelters and semi-permanent, and we built a man dam, which is probably about as big as this, and it's great, but we're looking for more regenerative kind of experience, and Airbnb, also passive income, that idea as well.
Yeah.
So, and we're in the north, so it'd be great to be able to connect with people that also, Springfield, yeah, and we're gonna work and figure it out together, and but yeah, I'm wondering how this is gonna be in the northern climate with snow loads and things like that. So, I'm really excited about all aspects of what we're doing here.
All right. Yeah. Well, we talked about the engineering part a little bit. So.
Yeah. Glad to be here.
We're glad to have you.
I'm Mark from Maryland. I guess like a lot of people, I'm kind of in a life transition restart. So I've always just had a desire to build my own house. And I just thought this method looked super interesting and feasible for someone to just kind of work on by themselves. And so it's kind of my plan is to just get the experience from this week, see how it goes, feel it out, and determine from there what I'm going to do.
I'm Eric from Vegas. I got some property in Arizona. I came looking at all the other different kind of building styles, and AirCrete just seems like doable, I guess. And a bunch of permaculture stuff, and trying to incorporate it.
My name's Warren. I'm from Los Angeles, but I have property in Arizona, and I definitely want to build a building there. And all the reasons that everybody else has stated. And and also to meet all of you, really. That's the main reason.
My name's Madison, from Charlotte, North Carolina. I work at Lowe's, but I also do survival instruction on the weekends. And I would actually, instead of doing the 72-hour scenarios, 72-hour scenarios, I'd really like to do more long-term sustainability. So that's what this is part of, is teaching people, instead of living in these big 4,000-foot mansions for two people, getting into something that's a little more in harmony with nature, and learning how to take care of yourself and not being reliant on the government and asking for government cheese, basically. So taking responsibility for yourself, and instead of calling up everybody to fix the plumbing and fix the electrical and fixing your car and fixing this, do it yourself. And that's pretty much what I would like to start leading people. So that's why I'm here.
Zeb, basically I've always been into the tiny house thing, but tiny houses suck for a variety of reasons. That's why I'm an RV. But I looked at Adobe, I looked at Cobb, I looked at straw bale, all that kind of crap, because I was always interested in self-reliance and doing all that kind of mess, and having something way out in the booties where the buses don't run. And but AirCrete, yeah, it's concrete Play-Doh. I love it. It's going to be fun. But I came to this class in particular because plumbing, electric, finishing touches. You know, when I finish a little place out in the middle of nowhere, I would like the electricity to run. I want it to feel like I've actually air conditioning. I'm spoiled. I admit it. I'm first world. I like air conditioning. I like running water. I like flush toilets. So a lot of the detail work that's kind of why I'm here.
Ted from Massachusetts. I think AirCrete virtually solves every problem that you could have building, including the financing of that building. So I'm curious to see what's happening next and when you're on term.
I'm Ariana. I'm from Austin. And AirCrete is cheap and effective, and I want to build my own house.
Awesome.
Good enough.
I'm Tiana from Massachusetts. I got into AirCrete because I thought I have a little bit of construction background with my family, so just to have another thing under our belt, and then looking for land, and if I can have something where I could do a project with my children, and have it be more like be sovereign and have an experience with my kids growing up. It's something that is feasible for me to do on my own without having so many hands just to lift heavy things up. So I thought that was an awesome option about it.
Hi, I'm Tammy, and I'm from Massachusetts too. Massachusetts is well represented here.
Like a third of your class is Massachusetts.
And like you, I looked at all the videos about building things and how and stuff, and I just happened on this video, and I'm like, this looks like something that I could do. So that's why I'm here. And every other reason, you know.
Absolutely. All the other things that come with it, all the bonus.
Exactly.
I'm Terrell from Massachusetts. Tammy's my assistant, and she told me to come. So I came and I wanted to learn more about plumbing, electrical, particularly solar and all that. Just so that I know I'm not being ripped off. And it'd be nice to be able to do some of the work myself and not be afraid, like to mess something up or whatever. So, and I wanted my girls to have that kind of experience so that otherwise they probably never would. So that's why I'm here.
Awesome. And that's where I was too, because I was like, you know, I didn't know any of it until the past 2-3 days, because we were working and he was doing the workshops. And I said, and then we had that freeze, and I was like, and he was also, and I was like, okay, I need to know what to do. I need to know, you know,
What if
how.
he's not here?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and we do.
something.
We so do. We need to be. And I was like, you know what? Here you are teaching a workshop, and I'm, you know,
Like,
I don't know what you're teaching. I'm like, so it's time to take time out, strip down, and then learn, so we can all be self-sufficient. And Daniel was saying one time in the Tyler workshop about a lot of people, the electrical was very big for them about being afraid. And we had some people come to the Tyler workshop and they said it was worth every penny just to know that.
Just to know
that you've got confidence, to know that you can do your own electrical and you don't have to be scared of it. And once you know how to do it, you're like, it's okay. It's okay.
My name is Gabriella, and this is my mom, and wanted to learn some stuff that's a little different from what I'm normally used to, so I'm here.
My name is Donalyn, she's my sister, and I'm here for the experience and to learn new things that I can't learn.
I'm from Massachusetts. I'm Elias. I am Tammy's mom. I mean,
Brave new world.
yeah.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to question that
I want the experience, and I also want to be able to build stuff on my own land when I eventually get it, and I'm off on my own.
And that'll be something like, because our girls, they have come out here and helped build her rooms, you know, and they were into video gaming and they still do, but yet they've been out here with us. They helped build the concrete, they helped pour the aircrete. So, and this has been an awesome thing for us too, as a family, to actually engage and do. And we did that a lot of times, but this is more of actually hands-on and getting things together. So it's going to be awesome. You can say, I built my own house. You know? I did something with my own hands, and you feel proud, and you'll feel excited and happy, joyful to be in it. And when you get in the aircrete, I'll have to show y'all, but when you get in it, it's just so inviting. I mean, you just step inside, and it's just like so inviting and exciting, and it's just so freeing. That's what I get out of it, is that it's free.
I'm Shireen. I'm from Seattle, Washington. I like the idea of AirCrete because it just feels really doable for me, and maybe even by myself, I don't know. But just as I think more realistically about what I want moving forward, this is part of empowering myself to make it happen.
I'm Seth. I'm from Austin, Texas as well. The way this world's going, I wanted to get into AirCrete, start building my own house. It's just kind of a superior way of building what I was looking into. I also got like a new job, so when I go back actually, so I'm going to start looking for some land. So that's basically just the short term of what I'm looking for, and also get into like electric and plumbing. So everything's kind of like a new aspect. And I also built some greenhouses on the way before I got here, and it's kind of different for me, but being able to like see the structure go up and complete it is a different feeling. It's great. So I'm ready to get into this completely.
Right.
I'm David. I'm from St. Louis. The family has some property in Illinois, and I want to build a geothermal greenhouse off-grid, and so the blowers need electricity.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I need. So.
I'm Marcus. I'm from Seattle, and I'm an electrician. But I got into AirCrete because I make knives on the side, and I was studying, looking for different refractory materials to make a knife forge, and I stumbled onto AirCrete, and I thought, hey, I wonder if that would work, you know? So I probably went through the whole YouTube thing that maybe whoever watches YouTube here went through, and you know, there's certain people on
Never
here
heard
who
of
follow, go down this path or that path. Like you, I was very interested in the aspect that you kind of take it to the completed form instead of like, here, okay, here's your bricks. But I'm also very interested, I have like 47 acres I bought by these rivers, and I want to actually build structures right down by the rivers, so you hear the rivers. But one thing I'm just dying to do is, when I get a foam generator, is see if I can make a wood-burning pizza oven out of AirCrete. Because if I can, because of its refractive properties, I wanted to take a bunch of them and make them and put them on little trailers and have them like all parked here, you know, so if you have like a party or something, you can come up and hook up the trailer, you know, instead of having a barbecue for the weekend for your friends or whatever, you know. It's like you'd have like actual pizza oven for the,
wow.
You know, yeah. So no one take my idea, please.
That's nice.
Patent pending.
I was going to say, as long as we're far enough away, it'll look like here's the first one to come up with it.
Where are you from, Marcus?
I was born in Canada, but I'm from Seattle.
Oh,
Recovering Canadian.
I know. That was like the first person I talked to. Where are you from? Seattle. What? Then she drove. a long drive.
I'm No Name. I have many names. So I came here with my mom, and I'm actually married to a Nigerian, and she is from Nigeria. And her mom, we all want to get some land in Africa and build a village, a sacred village for all our people, and grow crops and just be completely sustainable and just go back within myself and ourselves. And I'm here to retain information and support my mom. She builds, she's great, amazing. She remodeled her whole home, and I just look up to her, and I want to be better. Learn more.
Very cool.
Hi everyone, I'm Carlos. I'm from Florida. I come here seeking knowledge. I'm in the background with fixing things, working AC, electrical, have property bestowed upon me by good Lord and the blessing of my family. It's been sitting there, nobody's doing nothing, but what's going, haywire now, a whole bunch of stuff happening. So saw myself with time, started digging. I like to read, I like to inform myself. Fear, I think, drives all of us, the fear of not knowing and getting caught, behind the 8 ball. Didn't sound right. And I had the time, so here I am. I want to get as much as I can, take it to Puerto Rico. They need it over there. As far as making this legal, you have to look for places like this that are willing to build, and it's a product, but let's see how it resiliates, let's see how it, and then as more of us get together and more demand comes along, I think of this as a building block for the future. Like, a lot of people have said, and like anything new, it needs to be tried out. I want to be one of the ones that try it out. If it works out, and becomes mainstream, then I'm in the cusp,
Awesome.
Be blessed.
Tyra, otherwise known as Mini Muna. I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio, but I live in Macon, Georgia, like an hour and 20 minutes south of Atlanta. And I started with the tiny house movement and all that kind of stuff, and I did the Cobb workshops and all that kind of stuff. But the AirCrete just seemed like it was just everything. It was just like everything in a nutshell. The sustainability and easy to cool and heat, and we're going to be easy to doing electric. It was just like everything. So that's a part of what I've been trying to accomplish for the longest, is just being self-sustainable. And my husband and I, we have land in Georgia. It's really cheap too. You can get like a property for $400, $300, depending on what. Yes, you can. And that's why we're here.
Is it,
and also,
is it really humid in Georgia?
Yes.
Because I was always wondering if that's where the word mosey got invented.
I don't know.
That's mosey, because if you go faster than a mosey.
Oh yeah, you'll fall out.
Yeah. You know exactly. Yeah. How long did you get? Not the first time.
Did you just come up with that just now?
No, I saw it in the movie, like, hey, let's mosey on over here, and I thought, I wonder if you go faster than mosey if you break out,
Let it go. You're not getting promoted, man.
Yeah.
Let it go. Let's go with yes.
Teach this as well, because I have my godmom. She's from Congo, and I wanted to help her out up there. She's trying to, take her land back and all that kind of stuff.
I'm Steve Omalot. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. Community activist and leader. I advocate urban homesteading, and I've seen this and seen all the applications for this. It's something like you were talking about the refractory oven. I'm actually building outdoor kitchen areas and stuff too. So that was one of the first applications I came across. I seen a guy doing a brick oven out of the stuff. So, this I see as a movement for like my people to be more self-sufficient. You know what I mean? And being in an environment, everything's going like the way it is, social, politically, and everything else, man, is a mess. So we got to be able to hunker down, fortify. That's why I advocate urban homesteading, because we might not be at an advantage to be able to go and purchase land outside in the rural area. So in my city, it's kind of a strategic condition where I can purchase small lots of land that we can build right there in the city, because there's a loophole in the law called Indiana log cabin rule, where it means if you build a home yourself, then you don't have to apply for any permits. You can build off grid, totally solar, and everything else.
Nice.
You only have to tie into the sewage. That's the only stipulation. So with that, I'm going to exploit that and try to get a movement going to where I want to create a not-for-profit, something like Habitat for Humanity. But instead of taking people from dependency and debt and putting them into more debt and perpetually, take them and put them into getting free. You know what I mean? So they purchase a lot of land. I'm seeing they're going for like $3,000 or $4,000, $5,000 for a little piece of land to build a home on. And you build a home for less than $8,000. You know, I see it being real feasible. Plus some of the other applications with the AirCrete, I see possible with my raised bed gardens I build, and kind of stuff in the outdoor kitchen area. So that's why I'm here, man. It's been a lot coming down here and sacrifice a lot to get here, but made it. See it out. Yeah, made it.
We're glad you're home, and it's
I'm Brian.
It'll be well worth it, because the sacrifice you made, it'll benefit.
I moved here from Florida in October, and I did real estate flipping there, retired, and my background is rehabs and refinishing, doing that. In the military, I was an aviation electrician, so I got a lot of low voltage experience. I was stationed in Washington, in Whidbey Island. The reason I got into AirCrete was because, like a lot of y'all, I'd looked at everything under the sun, trying to figure out what would be the most feasible, really what would be the easiest, what was going to be the longest lasting situation that I could do on my own, or that had the lowest learning curve to be able to train a small crew to be able to help, and whether they stay with me or whether they take the information on their own and do their own thing. I wanted something that was scalable around the world. Because, my original idea was to take it to Central America, where you've got a lot more weather issues than you do in the desert. There's no rot, it's impervious to insects. You don't have to worry about fires with AirCrete. I was like, you can get Portland cement anywhere, and pretty much everywhere it's going to be cheaper than it is here. I was like, man, the numbers just don't lie. I haven't been able to find a better way to do it with this insulation factor involved, anything that's out there, and I've been all in since.
Want a little burrow?